Shoot. That should update. Boom. There we go. Alright. Alrighty. Gonna do that one more time to make sure we should be all set. Ladies and gentlemen, no, there wasn't. If you're here listening, there was another stream earlier today, but I have something new and exciting in mind. Look, today we had some internet issues, so Taff is unfortunately not with us because Xfinity apparently doesn't know how to do their job. But I am excited because today I am going to introduce something new, something exciting, something simple, something short and quick and easy that I can get done every pretty much whenever I want. It's going to be kind of unhinged. I'm not really sure when it's going to be. That's why I'm kind of being loose with it. But I'm going to call this free refill, spelled R-E-P-H-I-L, because you're getting some free refills on Phil, running up some content. And today, I've wanted to do this for a while now. I have wanted to do a quarterback tier list of quarterbacks heading into the 2025 season. As of right now, I just grabbed the first one I could find. Hopefully it's not too big, because I'm a little worried it's going to be too big or too small. But I think that should fix it, and then I'm going to go in and edit this. Yeah, this just needs to come up a little bit. Yeah. And there we go. Look at that. We have every single quarterback that could be starting in this upcoming 2025 season. So that is where we're looking at right now. Let me also... Oh, shoot. You know what? Nah. It's fine. We're going to do this. What if I... Hold on. I just realized that it's a little scuffed, but I'm going to make it work. We're going to just flip horizontally. Boom. All right. We are looking at every single quarterback. Should be... let's see how many got here. We got 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 32, 4, 38. 38, all these quarterbacks. I'm going to kind of rank them. Generally opinion. But, I mean, this is going to be the objective truth. Pretty much everybody here I'm going to have the objective truth on. We are going to get started. We've got some familiar faces. We got some new faces. I'm excited to rank pretty much everybody here right now. So let's get into that. Let me also just really quick get this one set up, and then we can rock and roll. Yeah, look at that. Perfect. And here we're going to do this. Look at that. Perfect. All right. Free refill starts now, and we are starting with a very exciting one off the rip. We have the main man himself, Anthony Richardson, who will not be starting this year, as Daniel Jones is starting over him. Now, I hate to be this guy, but if Daniel Jones is starting over you, we got issues. You are booty. There's just no argument about it. You have to be bad. You just can't go anywhere else. You're stuck here. This is where you belong. It's a darn shame, but you know what? It is what it is. Anthony Richardson is stuck in booty tier for now. I just don't think there's any other option. I really don't. I think it's pretty clear that he's stuck at the bottom. Now, for Aaron Rodgers, I guess this is probably an alphabetical order by first name. This is what it seems to be, because we have Will Levis here. So we're going to go Aaron Rodgers at the next spot. This is tough. I might have to reorder it by the end, but I kind of don't want to change my answers. I feel like I should stick to, like, sort of, I don't know, I guess something... I guess I kind of want everything to kind of not have to change by the end. Aaron Rodgers did not have a good year last year, and going into the season, I can't really say. I think he's definitely not super bottom. I don't think he's top 20, though. I want to leave my top 20 for everyone else. I feel like he's got to go here. This is the highest he can realistically go. I think he's still in the top 25 of quarterbacks. He's definitely not top 5 anymore. He's definitely not any of these. You can maybe argue top 20, but for now I'm going to play it safe, put him in top 25. And then, of course, we have the booty tier. Booty tier is pretty much going to be anybody I kind of want, or unproven. We'll see. I guess I could kind of guess where I think they'll rank, but honestly, like it's really hard to really put them any lower than that. But Anthony Richardson is definitely lower. If I need to make another tier, I will. Baker Mayfield. Now, Baker had probably his best season last year. We were looking at, what were we thinking, 41 touchdowns. I think it was around 16 picks. High in interceptions. But still, I think it was like third in passing yards, career high 41 touchdowns. And one of his best years, despite the fact that Chris Godwin was not healthy. Do I put him top 10? I have an idea of who the top 5 are going to be pretty obvious, right? That feels like the obvious ones when we get there. Baker, I'm going to slide into the top 10. I think to put up 40 touchdown passes, I know Godwin's not going to be available at the start of the year, but I do think Baker Mayfield should remain among the top 10, especially with the drafting of Emeka Egbuka. I guess it's just kind of going in the NFL season. I don't really have to predict all their numbers. Bo Nix. Bo Nix is an interesting one. Bo Nix is not top 10. I want to put him top 15. I don't know if he should go top 15. He's either top 15 or top 20, right? And there's a certain understanding where, okay, I like Bo. He's played very well. I don't think he's there. You can even argue he's not top 15. I'm pretty high expectations on Bo Nix just because the second half of the season he played was pretty darn outstanding, especially with the impressions that I had of him coming in. I'm going to put him top 15. I think he's solidly like probably 15 or 14, though. I don't think it could possibly be any higher than that overall. Now we have... okay. Now we have Brock Purdy. Gosh, what are my thoughts on Brock now? Because now I think he's underrated. Before I felt like Brock was way overrated, right? And had a great roster. Now I think he's kind of not that he's... I think he's just properly rated, not even really... Like, I think it's just he's in that B tier of quarterback. I could definitely see Brock reaching into the top 10, but as of right now, I have to put him top 15. I'll put him ahead of Bo, though. I think this is right. I think Brock's still ahead of Bo. I know Bo had a great rookie season, but Brock has gotten the Niners to multiple NFC championships. He's gotten them to a Super Bowl. I don't think you can rank him any lower than the top 15, at least right now. And he's probably closer to the 12 or 13 spot than he is to the lower end of the teens. Now we have Bryce Young, who basically all we have to go on with Bryce Young is the end of last year. Can Bryce... Here's the real question. Does he do it again? Like, he can't be top 15. The best he is like right here, right? Like, is he better than Aaron Rodgers right now, though? Hold on. Let's do some fact-checking real quick on Mr. Bryce. Because I feel that there is a certain expectation that... Let me just look at numbers and let me look at game log. I know it's not like... Yeah, see, like, when he came in, he played much better. There's no doubt about that he looked better, he felt better. He felt more confident with the offense. I mean, this team almost beat both of the representatives of the Super Bowl. Like, they almost beat the Chiefs and they almost beat the Eagles. You know, I know there's no credit for almost, but there kind of is. I'm going to rank him in the top 20. I think this season he will at least be a top 20 quarterback. If he's not, then I think at that point you kind of have to consider moving off if you're Carolina. But I think he could make a leap, but I'm going to keep him at 20. I'm going to keep him at 20. CJ Stroud is... Oh, God. I remember last time I was doing this in my head. I don't know where CJ Stroud goes. Because he won back-to-back playoff games his first 2 years for a franchise that has never been to the AFC Championship. There's a thought in my brain that makes me want to put Stroud in the top 10. Right? Like, somewhere in here. The question is, do I think he's better than Baker Mayfield right now? Such a tough call. This is definitely going to be... I'm going to have to edit this list for sure by the end of it. I'm going to slide him. I'm going to slide him just higher than Baker. I think Baker may have to just be at the 10 spot for now. Gosh, this sucks. Because I feel like there's like 10 quarterbacks you can argue that are top 10. But I'm going to have to try to limit myself to 10. All right, let's go Cam Ward. Cam Ward's just kind of unproven. It's not even really his fault. I just don't know enough about him right at the moment in time to say. I'll say even coming in undrafted, I feel like Cam Ward can be top 30. And yeah, because like Anthony Richardson's been really bad. It's really hard to think that Cam Ward could possibly be any worse. And if you're going to get benched, yeah, okay. I've just convinced myself. I think Cam Ward by default is already better than Anthony Richardson. That's tough. That's really tough to see, man. That's tough stuff. But I don't see a world in which. That's so depressing if you're a Colts fan. But there's just not much I can do about it. And then there's not much I can do. Sorry, Indianapolis. In fact, the crazy thing is, like, Daniel Jones should realistically also be in here too. It's just like I'm not gonna beat around the bush. I think they're both terrible. I don't have anything else to tell you. I think they're both bad. I think they both deserve to be down here. Who do I even want? Let's just go out of order. Let's not go completely in order. Lamar's easy. Lamar's a top 5. I don't think there's really any discussion there. I feel like it's pretty simple. It's pretty standard to put Lamar in the top 5. Let's see. Mahomes, you can't really remove him from the top 5, I would also say. Where's Josh Allen? Josh Allen's also top 5, and then Joe Burrow's got to be in top 5. Where are you, Joe? Yeah. This is the pretty much standard set. You're not going to remove any of these guys from the top 5. It's pretty clear. Let me blow this up a little more so people know. There we go. That looks good. Ish. It's still blurry. Whatever. I don't care. It's fine. It's fine how it is. These are the top 5. The question is, where do you rank them? In my opinion, as of right now, this would be the realistic rankings, but I mean, it really doesn't matter. You can make a case for any of these guys at any position. I think, honestly, it's tough, right? Because I'm going to do this, actually. And the reason why is because I know Joe, it's not really his fault that he didn't make the playoffs, but at the end of the day, I can't not do much about it, man. You did miss the playoffs. These guys made the playoffs. They all won playoff games this year while Joe wasn't there. I still think Joe's a top 5 quarterback. It's just the luck of the draw, man. At some point, it's got to happen. Everyone else now becomes confusing. Now, let's decide who I actually want as the 5th quarterback. Because I have to put a 5th one here. It just doesn't make sense for me not to. I mean, I know everyone says Hurts. I strongly disagree. Here's what I'll do. Because I'm a nice guy to all Eagles fans out there, that's what you get. You get Jalen Hurts at probably 7. I think that's reasonable. Then it's really between, do I think Stafford? Because I think when you talk about Stafford and Jaden Daniels, in terms of the value they provide to their teams as quarterbacks, I know all quarterbacks provide value, but in terms of the value that each of them do provide, it's ridiculous. Wow. Boomer be barking. Boomer be barking up a storm. That's fine. Okay. I'll give you Hurts at 7. I don't think I can really go any higher than that, though. And that's still... I mean, even when I know a lot of people have been talking about Jalen Hurts saying, oh, he's overrated just because he won the Super Bowl. You go back and look at it, I think it was his highest or second highest career passer rating. Like, he was basically on similar passing brand that he was in 2022. It's just, I don't think the touchdowns weren't even... He didn't have that many, like, passing touchdowns even in... like a couple years ago when people were calling like a top 5 quarterback. So, I don't know. The Jalen Hurts discourse is really frustrating. But I still will be on the merit that I don't think he's top 5. And I think we were too quick to judge him as being top 5. But I will comfortably put him probably 7. Which means Goff realistically has to be 8. I think he is better than CJ Stroud and better than Baker Mayfield. I think also when you look at Jared Goff, similar to Jalen Hurts, he had a career year. I think this is pretty much as high as he can go right now, unless he somehow wins MVP, which even then, I don't know how much he moves, because it would just feel like a Matt Ryan MVP. Like, if Jared Goff were to win an MVP, it would feel like Matt Ryan won MVP. Like, very cool, one of my favorite players, but, like, you know, at the end of the day, it's not going to change his much. Now the question is, Is it Jaden Daniels or Matt Stafford? Two quarterbacks. You know what? We'll come back and answer that question. We'll come back to that. Sam Darnold. He played a really good season too. And I like Sam, and I want Sam to be good. But the reality is I don't think I can put... Who's the 11th? You know, let's knock the 11th best quarterback on this list out of the way. I'm pretty sure it's Jordan Love. Just gonna say it. I think he has higher ceiling than guys like Brock Purdy. Oh wow, where does Tua rank too? These are all very interesting. Okay, you know what? I think Tua has to comfortably be the 16th best quarterback. I think that's pretty clear. I don't think he's top 15 right now. I think actually so I would put him, and then I would probably go. Oh geez, I only have 2 more slots. Who's here? Darnold, Dak, Flacco. Oh, there's Herbert. There is Justin Herbert. Do I think Herbert... Because here's the problem, right? Herbert gets dragged down because he's never won a playoff game, which is fair. But at the same time, every time I watch him throw the ball, it's amazing. Right? But we've already made... I'm going to do it. I'm doing it. Because I also think... The reason why I think Herbert is slightly lower than Love is when you ultimately... Herbert's been around, man. I think Herbert has also had, in comparison to what Love has had receiving-wise, Love has had a lot of decent receivers who are wide receiver 2s, but Herbert has definitely had some wide receiver 1s and still hasn't been able to crack through the playoffs. I just think he's right here. Because, these guys are in the playoffs. They're doing work. You could argue about the roster. I really don't care. It was... Cedar Stroud needed to make one throw, and basically the game was over, and Houston had won it. Whereas if I'm Justin Herbert... You're currently if man right now. I hate to be that guy, but you're if man. And you'll be if man. You can get in the top 10 when you stop being if man. But I think this is... And again, being the 12th bad quarterback is not a bad thing. It just happens to be that, yeah, all these guys, MVP, passing yard leader. We already know about this schmuck. Super Bowl champion, has multiple playoff wins in multiple different teams, been in multiple NFC championship games in multiple different teams. CJ Stroud, multiple back-to-back years with playoff wins as a young player, playoff wins with multiple teams. Jordan Love, playoff wins at 17. I can't... And honestly, you could make a case that Brock should be ahead of him based on that criteria, but I watch Brock play, and Brock feels way more system quarterback than Jalen Hurts. Moving on. Dak... Oh, God. Dak's probably 14th. Dak's 14, right? Dak's in this tier. If you... Here, you know what? Let's put... These are the 5. I'll rearrange the list later. I think let's put Jaden Daniels probably here. I'll even give the Eagles fans the 6th best quarterback, but I think I have to put Matt Stafford up there. I just do. I think he is a quintessential of that Super Bowl win. He just is. Now we gotta rank everybody else. We gotta rank the schmucks. Who would be the... Kenny Pickett. They have all the Browns quarterbacks on this list. You know what? Kenny Pickett's been traded 4 times. I'm sorry. You got to go here, buddy. You're on the Raiders now. You've actually been, I think, in the course of just over a calendar year, you've been on 4 teams. I'm sorry, Kenny. It's just not meant to be. We gave it our best shot, but, you got traded twice over the course of an offseason. I can't help you, Anyway... Jackson Dart is kind of... Well, Jackson Dart, I guess... It's weird putting Cam Ward on the list when he's unproven, but as a number 1 overall pick, I have expectation. I don't believe that you will be this bad. I do not believe that. I can't fundamentally. Flacco... I'll put him in top 30. I don't think I'll put him over Ward, though. I think he'll be better than Flacco. I know Flacco had the magical rainbow year of a couple years ago in Cleveland. Not gonna happen. The real question is, all right, let's just roll. I do think Darnold's top 20. I'm just gonna say it. I don't know where, but I think he's better than Bryce Young. I'll put him below Tua because Tua's at a... Now you know what? Screw that. I'm entitled to my opinion. Darnold's better. Darnold's got a bigger body. Darnold's got a bigger arm. I'm taking Sam. Russell Wilson. You can join Aaron Rodgers in the basically wash tier. And honestly, you can make a case for outside of the top 25 and the top 30. But I'll pair the old guys together. I just don't have any other way of putting that. Trevor's in. Ooh, is Trevor top 20? Are there two other quarterbacks here that I think are better than Trevor? Kyler Murray being so low as a number 1 overall pick is hilarious. Oh my gosh. Let's go. Do I think Drake May's better? I think Drake May's better than these guys, but I think he still needs stuff to prove. But put Caleb Williams... Again, like, Caleb Williams was not great in Chicago. And the expectation is that he's going to be great, and I strongly disagree, brother. Spencer Rattler's easy. That's a booty one. And in fact, no, he's not going to be good. Tyler Shaw, also unproven. I'll put him ahead of these guys, though, because at the very least, it's something new. Like, I don't want to watch this. I've seen this. I know what this is, and it's bad, right? Like, I will watch you. Maybe you can argue that Daniel Jones can figure it out. I don't think Kenny Pickett's got it. I don't. I understand he may not have been given a chance. At the end of the day, dude, I'm not gonna wait. Oh, shoot, Michael Penix. Gosh, is Kyler Murray that trash? Is he really that bad now? Because I feel like he's got such a good throw on the ball sometimes, but he just takes unnecessary sacks. I can't put Drake May in top 20. I don't see it. I don't see it. They got no receiving help. Jackson Dart's also unproven. I'll put him ahead of Shao because I think he's just higher draft pick. I think he'll be better. Respectfully, I want to put Penix in the top 20, but at the same time, I don't think he's proven enough. I'm going to honestly put him here. I know you guys won't like that, but I don't. Again, we saw 3 games, right? I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt he's not at the bottom, but at the same time, I did not see enough. You know what I mean? Like, I need to see more. Oh, gosh. My headset died. What the heck? Not that I'm playing anything. It's like, oh my goodness gracious. I have to... Okay, you know what? That's not great. That's not ideal. Caleb Williams and Geno. But Geno's better than Russ and all these guys. Like, you know what I mean? Geno's better than these chumps. Shadour's also unproven. But put him ahead of Jackson Dart, because I really do think he's more talented than him. I should do unproven / booty, because it's pretty clear that one side is unproven and the other side is booty. There we go. That's better. Alright. That looks much better. Shadur, we have the... That means well, hold on. That also means JJ McCarthy kind of has to be in this tier. I guess by logic, he also has to be in this tier because, again, like we know nothing about him. We have no idea. Will Levis is booty, but he's funny. He's at least funny booty, so I'm going to put him ahead of these guys because I feel like he's funnier when he's bad. We all know. We all know the rules of Will Levis. Now... Gosh, this is gross. Justin Fields is top 30. I do not like Fields. I have not liked him since he was in Pittsburgh. I still don't like him now. I don't see it. I don't know what people see. People only see the athleticism. He has not developed as a passer the entire time he's been in the league. I am sorry, Justin. I cannot put you higher than this. We need 2 guys for our top in here. If I'm projecting for the season... Here's what I think. I'm going to buy the Kool-Aid, and I'm going to put Trevor Lawrence probably higher than he should be. But I do it every year. I believe that this man is supposed to do great things. I can't see how he wouldn't be able to, you know? I believe in him. I have faith. And you gotta have faith in these things. This is one of the things that I'm just gonna have faith in. Then there are 3 more. Wait a second. Oh, wait, I could actually put some in the top 30. Hold on. Wait a second. 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, I guess I have free room. I could put someone else in the top 30. Then you know what? Then in that case, it'll be Daniel Jones, because I guess he's officially starting. But I mean... Yeesh, that's like the bottom of the barrel there. I'll put Justin Fields ahead of these guys, because at least he's played in the NFL, but I just don't think he's... He's either younger in his potential, like over Flacco or maybe Daniel Jones, but he's also like played and Cam Ward hasn't. Now comes... I have 1 spot for each of these guys. One of these guys has to go really low, which is kind of sad. Is it Russ? Do I have to move Russ down to booty tier? I might have to. I might have to move Russ down. I don't think Kyler Murray at this point... For the sake of potential, I'm going to put Caleb Williams in the top 20. Because I think he had his moments last year, and I think he was unfairly criticized by people, including me. However, I still think Chicago is an absolute death trap for quarterbacks, and I don't think that's going to change even this year. So, at the end of the day, it's like, what do you want me to do? I can't do much for you, right? Like, that's kind of the reality here. As for Geno and Kyler, but Kyler's not that bad either, right? Like, at a certain point, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I think Michael Penix, I'm going to move up. I'm going to move Drake May. Because I think Kyler is top 25, and I think Geno's top 25 too, ultimately. I think they're both somewhere in this tier. Because I'm going to be honest, I think Geno is a little underrated, but at the same time, I've seen all these guys play. I know what these guys are all capable of. I guess the argument would be swap Trevor with who? Geno, maybe? Is this the right order? And then... one of these guys has to go down, and to be honest, probably of all the people, it's probably Russ or Aaron. I'm going to choose Russ. And then it looks something like this, maybe. Because, again, I don't have the proof in the pudding on Michael Penix yet. Like, I still don't know what I'd be looking at. This feels sort of right. But then I got to, like, the order. Top 5. This pretty much doesn't change for me. I don't see this changing. I don't see this changing either. The only change I might make is I would swap Stroud for, like, Love, but that doesn't make sense either. I think Stroud he's won back-to-back playoff games. Say what you want, man. They've won the division back-to-back. They've won playoff games back-to-back. It may have been a down year, but I still believe in him as top 10. I'll put him here. I'll put Baker ahead of him, just for the raw production Baker had. I don't know. This looks pretty solid. I mean, you're always going to leave somebody out of the top 10. There's just no way to not have it happen. I guess that would be pretty much the list. I don't got much else on that. That's what we'd be looking at, right? I guess now the question is, what other thing? I want to do one more, because that did take half an hour though. But I think I can do one more. I think I can do one ultimate tier list ranking. Okay? You know what? We're going to even change the header. It's going to be ranking quarterbacks. What do we rank quarterbacks on, though? That's the key here. If we change it up, I want to figure out what's potentially ranked quarterbacks on. We're going to rank QBs based on what, though? What? Uh-oh. Am I not connected on Twitch? That's not good. What, seriously? Did I lose something? Weird. Oh, shoot. What? What? I'm watching my own stream. This is way meta. Hold on. Am I not connected on Twitch? I had to check something. So it is going, right? Okay, so what the heck? Excuse me? Freaking what? It was fine. What are we freaking out about again? Why does it say? Okay, there we go. I don't know. I guess it fixed itself. Alright. No idea what that was. Anyway, now I gotta figure out what we want to do next here. How about I'll just rank quarterbacks based on how much I like them. I'll be real. Ranking quarterbacks for 25 season. Now we're switching it up. This is it. This is the best thing I got. How much I like NFL quarterbacks. No. No, here, actually, we'll just go with the same one from before. We're just gonna rank them. Oh, come on. Every time, man, this like thing, it does not like me. Is there a way to reset these? Because I know there's probably a way, but I don't want to figure it out. Unpin. What do you mean pin on? No, I don't want to pin anything. I just refresh the page and it just doesn't. Nope, it doesn't do that. How do I? What is this? What? It's an alignment chart? Oh, I don't. What the? I've never used this setting. I have no idea. Is there a way to just reset? Yeah, here we go. Aha! Success. Alright. We have reset. Now, we'll just go by... No way. No way! I love this guy. This guy. What? Yo! I'll go, yo! This guy's pretty cool. Yo, this guy's pretty cool, you know. And he's alright. He's alright, I like him. He's alright. He's alright. I like him. I am not neutral, by the way, on any quarterbacks. I have opinions on all of them. Do not like this. Alright. Pretty standard. Let's get into it. Starting with... let's go... Let me see who immediately here. Alright, right now... I'm not at that point yet with Mahomes. That's the obvious. I do not like him. I used to like him. I don't like him. If he wins one more Super Bowl, I think I'm going to have to... Nah. I already really don't like him. The reason why I don't loathe him yet is because he was kind of bad last year. He wasn't quite unbelievable Mahomes, right? In fact, you know what? No. I'm just going to say not like Mahomes for right now. I'm not a huge fan. Let's switch, let's see who else is here. Josh Allen's a pretty easy one, wherever Daddy Josh is. I love Josh Allen. I am located in New York, so it makes sense. I'm not a Bills fan, though. I am a Steelers fan. But Josh Allen is just too lovable. He's too lovable, man. He's too much fun. He's too much fun. Come on. Week 3 against the Vikings of his rookie season, when he hurdled, I think it was, I want to say Anthony Barr trying to tackle him, dude, fell in love. I didn't even know if he'd be great. I just fell in love, and I had a feeling he was going to be good. But that hurdle was one of the most impressive things I had ever seen. Who do I not like here? Justin Fields, I don't really like. I don't know. I just don't think he's very good. I watched him in Pittsburgh, and I feel like I'm going to watch him with the Jets, and it's going to be more of the same. The man is not developed as a quarterback. He's just very athletic. He can run around. He can do a lot of great things. I do not like this man. Who do I have strong feelings about? Dak's pretty cool. Overall, as a guy, he's a great human. Dude, all the stories about him, and I think it was his mom who passed, his brother, like, he's just, for him to be so happy and positive all the time. I know he's America's quarterback, but not, like, he's the Cowboys quarterback and everyone's supposed to hate him. Dak's really chill. Listen, I think he might be a little overrated, but I mean, come on. Oh, Gabe, come on. You came here to say that Stafford is not better than Hurts. Brother, you do not know. Listen, man, what Stafford did in that Super Bowl, Jalen Hurts couldn't dream of. Clutch drive to win a game. Went to the Rams year one, boom, Rams Super Bowl champions. Like, Jalen Hurts had an insane offensive line, an insane running game, insane defense. Like, literally, I think Jalen Hurts is the worst part of his defensive line and of his championship team, and he's still the sixth best quarterback. I gave him sixth best. That was being generous. I was being nice. I put him ahead of Jaden Daniels. I think Jaden Daniels is better. I've seen what Matt Stafford does. I've seen what he does. Jalen Hurts is not making those no-look throws. Speaking of Jalen Hurts, in terms of how much I like Jalen Hurts, I think he goes in the middle. He's got the leadership qualities. And I honestly, Gabe, and I gotta say this, one of the things that I think is underappreciated is that Hurts actually had one of his better statistical years last year, and people don't even know it. He was mostly just a better version of a game manager. But I say this, man, he's the Chiefs' Alex Smith. That's what he was. Passing-wise, he was Chiefs' Alex Smith. That's what I felt. And on that level of a roster, that's enough to win a Super Bowl. On the Chiefs roster back in 2017, it was not. So, but I like Jalen Hurts. I just think, I'd be liking my boy Frat Stafford. I think Frat Stafford's pretty cool, man. When he was winning that Super Bowl, they gave him the name Frat Stafford. That's awesome. I don't know, man. I just don't know. I don't know many other people with that kind of a name. I like me some Frat Stafford. I've liked him since his Detroit days. And I still love him to this day. Guys, hold on. Also, if you're enjoying this first episode of Free Refill, oh man, I'm excited. I came up with that. I'm kind of a genius. You're getting a free refill right now. Let me keep going through these. Let me kind of speed run a couple of these. Aaron, I don't like him right now. I'm not at the point where I loathe him. That might come halfway through this season, but I'm not ready to loathe him just yet. Russell Wilson, I don't know, man. I don't really know if any of these. I'm trying to look. Is there a quarterback here that I despise? You know what? There is. Yup. Daniel Jones can go right in that tier. That man is booty cheek. And you know what? Lamar can go in there too. It's so frustrating to watch Lamar play. Because you have to play him twice a year. Burrow can probably go in here too. I am not a fan of either one. As a Steelers fan, I've made it very clear. I do not. Now, granted, I'd rather watch these guys play and be awesome than I would Daniel Jones, but it is what it is at this point, I just watching these guys play, it pisses me off. It gets me so mad. Mid-season. Anthony Richardson. I don't like him, man. I don't know what it is about Anthony. I'm gonna tell you right now, I just can't. When he said I need to sit on the sideline because I'm tired, I'm lazy, like I was just tired, man. Like, if you took a hit and needed a breather, that's one thing. You got to know your NFL dialect. You got to know what to say. I don't know. I don't know what. Sam. I like Sam. I think Sam's pretty cool. I'm like Colin Cowherd on this. I always want Sam Darnold to succeed. I don't know what it is. I wasn't like actively cheering for Josh Rosen, but I actively cheer for Sam Darnold, and I hope he plays well in Seattle next year. Because, come on. How can you not? Look at that face. It's just a happy face. You gotta root for this man. Next up is Baker. Baker, are we back? Please tell me we're back. That'd be a darn shame if that wasn't the case. Oh my god. Oh my god. I think we just... of course. Alright, I guess it might be in 2. I don't know. I think we're back, though, right? Are we back? Please? I'm gonna assume we're back. Alright. Jesus, just randomly disconnected from the internet. That was not fun. What was I saying? Goff is pretty cool. I enjoy Goff. Goff has always been fun for me for the Rams. It was almost worrisome because when he was bad for the Rams, I thought, man, he's going to go to Detroit, never be good again. But I think I like Goff. Goff is going to be good again. Bo's not quite in this tier yet. I like him. I like Jalen Hurts. I just think the slander was there, but I think he goes right there next to him. I don't think he's up there yet. He's fun. He's entertaining. I don't know. This is just... I like Bo. Bo's going to get up there. Brock, I do not like. I do not like for a couple reasons. Actually, that's not even true. I like Brock. I just hate that he's in San Fran. I'd really rather have him anywhere else. I feel like I'd root for Brock Purdy all the time if he was not on the 49ers. But I just don't like the 49ers, man. I don't know what to tell you. I even like Drake May. Like, Drake May I'm on the same level with. Drake May's on the same level, but I just do not like the Patriots, and I wish he was on another team. Just the way things are. Let's see. Let's do Shedeur. Shedeur is interesting. I actually, for what it's worth, I like Shedeur. I want to see him succeed. The thing is, I don't like the headlines. Because I think the headlines, every single one is the extreme of both situations. Like, they think he's either going to be really bad, or they think the NFL is actively stopping him from having success. I don't think either one is true. I think it's more of that, hey, he's good, but he's pretty good. Like, he can be a good, high-caliber starting quarterback, but at the same time, there's this understanding where everyone needs to be super opposed on the issue with what Shedeur Sanders is. I think he's good. I think he'll take time to develop. I honestly... Do you really want... Like, if you start Shedeur and you start 0-4, like, there are going to be chance for, like, Dylan Gabriel or Joe Flacco. Like, you just don't have... Flacco used to be another loathe, but he has worked his way into my heart pretty much ever since he... Like, the reason why I enjoyed his run with the Browns was partially in part because he was... Like, if you're a Ravens fan, don't you gotta be a little annoyed that Joe Flacco's having success in Cleveland? Like, even a little bit... Like, dang, you're doing this, like, career arc. I mean, I get a lot of Ravens fans. They could be happy for Joe. But I'd be like, if Big Ben was on a different team, as a Steelers fan, if Big Ben was on a different team and able to go on a run, I'd take it the wrong way. I feel like I'd take it as a slight, you know? That's what I would feel. I would feel a little slighted. Anyway, let's see, who else we got? Like, all of these guys, I don't know how... I like Justin Herbert. I used to really like Justin Herbert. You know what? That's not even true. I really love Justin Herbert, but I have to admit what's true is that he's if man. Like, he's just if guy. Jaden Daniels, this guy was electric. I'm not going to take that away from him. That man was incredible. I love Bryce Young, too. I want to see Bryce Young, and even Michael Penix for that matter. I like these guys. These young bucks. I want to see them succeed. I really do. I think the NFC South needs to be more fun, and these guys, like Bryce Young down the stretch, especially in that final game, gave me so much hope for his career. Michael Penix in that 3-game stretch gave me so much hope for just a Falcons team that I don't know, I kind of have a soft spot for. I wouldn't say I actively root for them all the time, but I do have a soft spot for him. Stroud, I like it when Houston has good quarterbacks, because usually they're, I mean, you could make an argument in like, it would only take maybe 2 or 3 more years, and C.J. Stroud would already be the best Texans quarterback in history. Like, he'd be ahead of Deshaun Watson. He'd clear Deshaun. He would clear Schaub. And then there's really no one else to get over. Like, what, T.J. Yates? Really? Like, he's already won 2 playoff games. I think that's more than Deshaun has. So, I think it's more Deshaun, more... Yeah, he's already... I think he's the active leader in Houston Texans' active playoff games. You could make a case that Stroud already is the best Houston Texans quarterback 2 seasons in, which is kind of wild. And that's awesome. And that's why this guy is pretty cool. You know what? I think Kyler has to go and don't like, because he's underperformed. I feel like I understand he's undersized, but he is underperformed. you gotta be stepping up in the pocket and accurately delivering throws and being able to take hits. Being small just does not help that. And it just feels like Arizona's this team where, oh, you gotta watch out for the Cardinals this year, and then how are you gonna watch out for them when you can barely even see Kyler Murray? Like, I'm not watching out because I can barely see him. I'm not gonna do it. Cardinals are whatever. And I'm just not a fan of Kyler. Let's see. Jordan Love's pretty cool. I mean, Jordan Love and CJ Stroud feel really similar to me because they both kind of got good at the same time. They both won their first playoff game at the same time. They're both kind of like a little shocking playoff wins at the same time as well. Both are really entertaining. I think they're pretty cool overall. Jackson Dart I don't know on. I think this is actually going to need... I guess I am going to need like a neutral tier, huh? I don't really have emotions on Jackson Dart right now. Because I haven't... Like, I already like Shedeur just based on the way he came out of college, but I don't know. I guess I don't hate him, so I'll like him. I like me some Jackson Dart. Will Levis, this guy, I love this guy. I love Will Levis. How can you not love Will Levis? He puts mayo in his coffee. He has some of the craziest lowlights. I love Will Levis. If Will Levis can have a Sam Darnold-like arc anywhere, that'll be absolute cinema. Like, if you thought Sam Darnold's career revival was going to be great... Wait until you see Will Levis's. Will Levis's career revival is going to be something that will astound people for generations to come, and I hope it happens. I truly do. And then another career revival, Geno Smith. I think he's pretty cool. I don't think I'm in the I love him, this guy as much now, because it's a little far removed from the Seattle, like, you know, they wrote me off. I ain't right back, though. It's good. Right? Like, I enjoy it, but I don't know. He's still pretty cool, though. I can't be wrong, but I don't know. He's not in this class of guys that I love. Trevor Lawrence. Unless he proves me wrong this year, I have to put him in that I loathe him. Because every year, I drink the Kool-Aid. It is an every year thing. I've drank the Kool-Aid on Trevor Lawrence, and yet every single time... I get stains in my mouth. I have to not like him because every year, I'm like, the Jags have it. Like the past couple years, the Jags have it this year. And this year, I end up drinking that Kool-Aid and he ends up being bad again. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to lose my marbles if he is not good. If he's not good this year, I'm going to lose my marbles. And with that being said, Kenny Pickett also. Look, dude, I had no issue with Kenny Pickett not being ready to be quarterback. That's one thing. But to not even want to, like, try, basically, like, not even try to compete with Russell Wilson when he brought him in, that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Like, I'm not mad at Justin Fields for not being that great. I just kind of don't like him at this point, right? But if you're Kenny Pickett, be honest. If you're Kenny Pickett and you're going in there and you want to try to win the starting job, why not try to compete with a washed Russ and a Justin Fields who basically... has already been given up on by Chicago, right? Why not try to compete? In fact, honestly, I don't really know. I think he was just on here because Cleveland has all of their quarterbacks on here. But Kenny Pickett, I'm sorry, bud. I just can't. I'm not a fan of yours right now. Maybe if you have like a Sam Darnold-esque run, maybe I could love you again. But I can't right now because you still upset me. Spencer Rattler, I don't like him. He just looks too much like Patrick Mahomes. I can't. And plus, even when watching New Orleans, it's not like New Orleans is, like, entertaining. You know what I mean? I can't get into it at all. I just can't. Now we have, who do I even do next? I think this is Tyler Shao. I like the do. I mean, listen, you gotta hope that there's better days in New Orleans, right? Like, you gotta hope that it's better than Rattler, it's better than Jake Hayner, it's better than Derek Carr. It's probably not, but it'll look different for a few weeks until it goes back. Like, remember when the Saints were 2-0? I remember, and that was the most fun the Saints had all year. And then after that, it was just... But hopefully Shao can at least get some highlights. I don't expect him to win games. You know, maybe at least a couple impressive throws. As long as he's not Daniel Jones, I can live with it. Let's see. Cam Ward. I don't really have much to go off yet. I like him so far. Number 1 overall pick. I think his ceiling is 100% much higher than someone like Ryan Tannehill or even Will Levis, but he's not as memeable as Will Levis, and I honestly don't think anyone will ever be. There may never be anybody else in the NFL world who'd be able to get on that level, but if he does, that might be a bad thing for Titans fans, but I'm liking him so far. Caleb Williams, it really depends. Caleb Williams could honestly go to a guy that I absolutely love just because he could make Chicago great. If he works out, finally Chicago offense will be watchable maybe the first time probably since Jay Cutler, but that's like the only time I feel. I know a lot of people love Jay Cutler. I'm kind of like, Jesus, I'm getting ads at the bottom! I will not have my ad blocker installed because it blocks it for whatever reason. But if you're watching, please put in good ad blockers in the comments so I can actually not have to deal with this. I don't have to crop the screen like crazy. That would be great. Thank you. And while you're down there, just, like and comment. Help me out here a little bit. Get me an ad blocker, please. Anyway, Caleb Williams has to probably go in the like tier. I like him. He's fun. But at the same time, the main question to me is, can he make Chicago great? If not, then he might end up going into a guy I loathe because he makes Chicago bad. Like, he could be at the bottom, he could be at the very top, but it really does depend. JJ McCarthy, also kind of similar. He feels like, again, like basically Sam Darnold too, where he's, not that he's Sam Darnold, but if he makes the Vikings great and they're still winning a lot of games, then he can easily be in here. If he doesn't and he's bad, he basically becomes Daniel Jones. So I don't know. He's kind of just got to be in here. Like, I like you right now. I got hope. And then there's Tua. Tua's the last guy. Do I like Tua? I don't hate Tua. I guess it's just another middleman. I guess Tua's another middleman guy. I don't know. I'm very empty about my feelings for Miami in general. Like, even when they were winning games, it just didn't... It felt phony. I don't know about... Jesus, love beyond conviction ad. Get out of my face. Ugh. Need to, fix that. But you know what? There we go. And expand. Alright. That is the full tier list of guys. That is the full tier list of guys that either I love or I hate. I might do it next time. Maybe for next refill, I might do this with teams. I might do this with running backs. I might do this with candy. I don't know. I get bored. And I want to do things and I want to stream it. But this feels accurate. Is there anybody? Do I dislike Russell Wilson enough to move him into the bottom tier? Because, man, he still really threw that interception against New England in that Super Bowl. It's still almost enough. Even right now, you can see even weird enough. Outside of what happened to these two? Why are you? Everybody's smiling, guys. Everybody should be smiling. Why are you just? You know what I mean? Put on a happy face, Jackson Dart. I think that might be his old picture too. That might be his older picture. I think he might have a newer picture that he looks happier. But man, guys, look at these grins. Look at these smiles. Come on, Baker, put on a nice smile. We need quarterbacks to smile more. Maybe if they don't get hit as much, they probably smile more. But yeah, this is second tier list for the night. It is a little late though. I do want to be wrapping up soon, but this is 54 minutes. It took me almost an hour to do 2 tier lists. I talk way too much, or not enough. I don't know. Well, it's probably definitely the way too much. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. A little tier list of mine. Free Refill, episode 1 of the Free Refill. I hope this actually becomes really fun. I think this is something I could do pretty much whenever I want, whenever I'm bored, and be like, all right, screw it, turn it on, I'm gonna stream, let's go. I'm probably gonna do more stuff like this. Let me guys know what else you guys want me to do though. If you guys want me to do something specific in Free Refill time. But anyway, let me guys know what you guys want me to do. I'm gonna probably go have a glass of water or something, brush my teeth. Actually, no, I'm not gonna go to bed yet. It's 8:30, but I'll probably, get freshened up. I got work and things in the morning. Thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna hit the big blue button now to stop streaming, and you guys have a good night. Have a great rest of your week.